நீ உட்கார நம்ம இன்னைக்கு ஃபுல்லா பண்ணலாம். என்ன நாளைக்கு கிளம்பிடணும். நம்ம இன்னைக்கு ஃபுல்லா அதே தான் உட்காரலாம். இன்னும் யாரை ஹையர் பண்ணணும் பாரு. ஒரு கோஆர்டினேட்டர் நல்லா வேணும். Smrita is for, she's not project management, she's your pre-sales. No, but customer, I will tell you where you both fit in. It is customer experience. See, you will be very busy. It's not just pre-sales. You have so many customer interactions and everything, right? So she's not project management. We need a proper project manager for only the student. Dashboard, that is her only job. Every day, even in her sleep, she has to tell me what is the student progress, because we have to offer that kind of experience. Thank you. And even for you, it is, you'll have to look at one dashboard to give that information, right? So you both will have a lot. Every month நம்ம research விக்கிறோம்னா அந்த Lauren escalate பண்ணதெல்லாம் you will be very busy. You understand, right? அது அவ ஸ்மிருதாக்கு ஆன்போர்டிங் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் கொடுக்கலாம் அவளுக்கு. ஓகே, சோ இங்க பாரு, பேரண்ட்ஸ் உட்கார்ந்து ஒரு ஆன்போர்டிங் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் கொடுக்கணும். புரிஞ்சதுல? சோ எல்லாம் நான் சொல்றேன், ரோல்ஸ் அண்ட் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டிஸ் எல்லாம். Okay, can everybody hear me? Welcome. Welcome, everyone, and a very happy new year. This is our first webinar of 2025. Yay. And we are looking forward to a wonderful year transforming every student that we encounter. Okay, so today is the BSMD webinar. It's getting live streamed. You will be able to watch the recording on YouTube and Facebook and everywhere. So please don't feel the need to take notes or anything. You will be able to see in our social media channel. And any questions, there's a private chat, put it in there and I'll address them at the end of the webinar. Okay, so it's pretty exhaustive. I'm going to give you a lot of information, but they are information that you absolutely need to build a BSMD profile. So if your child is interested or even remotely interested in pursuing the medical career, then it's absolutely a good idea to kind of pursue BSMD. And when you're building the BSMD profile, your undergrad profile or your pre-med profile as well gets very, very good. So that is what I'm here to show you. Okay, I'm just going to get started. Any questions, please put them in the chat. Sorry. Okay. Just getting started. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to go over the different options, the BSMD, the BSDO, the pre-med, the early assurance program, everything that you need to know about the BSMD. Okay, a bit about me. I'm an immigrant. I studied in India. I was frustrated with the lack of clarity in the college admission process. So I just left my corporate job and I started counseling. And I specialize in building BSMD pre-med profile along with every other profile for college. Okay. And this is my qualification. I'm a Tony Robbins certified life coach. I'm a positive psychology coach, executive functioning skills coach, which is a prefrontal cortex of the brain. I'm also a meditation instructor. I did my college counseling from UC Berkeley. And this is my family. Yeah, my husband, I graduated from a tier 2 Ivy in India. I'm from RAC Calicut. My husband graduated from Harvard Extension School. And my older son is the reason why I had to start this company because back 6 years back when we were applying to colleges, it was really hard to find opportunities and keep up with his aspirations. I couldn't find programs, and as a result, I figured I would start on my own. So fast forward now, he's finished his master's in 3.5 years and from Georgia Tech, and he's working in Moderna. Then my younger son is a rising senior. He's not a STEM kid. He's more a political science kid. So he has applied to colleges and everything, and we are awaiting the results. And I live in Chester Springs, Pennsylvania, and I've had over 20 years of corporate experience. So that is my background. Okay. So who is this program for, right? You're in the right place if you want to skyrocket your child's success. You want to create an unbeatable BSMD profile and pre-med program, then this is the place for you. You want to outplay competition with cutting edge technology and groundbreaking innovation. We have everything for you. And the main thing is fueling your child's learning from experts, right? There's no better way to learn than to learn under experts like university professors, research experts, and everything to like skyrocket your learning, right? So we want to make our children eternal learners, right? And remember one thing, you are allowed to be unapologetically ambitious for your children. Got it? So you are parents, you care the best for your children. So don't let anybody tell you that, oh, you're pushing them or anything. You're just being a parent and you're trying to get them all those opportunities. If you don't get them, who else will, right? So that is my philosophy. And this is the agenda for today. There are going to be different medical paths, I'm going to talk about BSMD versus BSDO, the key ingredients of a successful medical applicant, our results, our edge or solution for cracking the BSMD. So hang tight. Any questions, put them in the chat and I'll address them. Okay. And also, I want to tell you that we are not for you if you're looking for shortcuts. You are very hardworking, but you feel like your child does not need to put that hard work or effort because it is extremely competitive. The BSMD program is less than 5% acceptance rate, okay? And your child has to put in that effort. We will provide them guidance, right? And also, it's not an overnight success. It takes time to build a profile. And also, just grades alone are not going to make you land in the BSMD programs, okay? And if you're seeking for a deal and not value or not quality, then it just doesn't work, okay? And of course, we have a free scholarship course at the end, and I'm going to share that with you. That has the list of scholarships and everything, and how to build a resume, how to build a profile, everything you will find at the end of the presentation, okay? And our success, my students have gotten into Stanford, UPenn, Cornell, Harvard Pre-Med, Carnegie Mellon, all the UCs, NYU, Vanderbilt. I just don't have space for all the logos, but I'm really, really proud of my team and the effort that they put in mentoring and guiding our students. Okay, and this is our BSMD success. Our students have gotten into, of course, Harvard Pre-Med, the St. Louis 8-year program, Texas NMed, Augusta, St. Bonaventure, Hofstra, just love Hofstra, gives a lot of scholarships. And I'm going to show you the cost of BSMD and how to win those scholarships. Then NYU Pre-Med, University of South Alabama, full tuition, Stony Brook, NYIT BSDO program, Nova Southeastern. There are so many wonderful, wonderful colleges out there that offer the BSMD BSDO program that your child can really, really get into. So I'm going to share the success formula. And first, I have to lay the foundation. I'm going to tell you about the different medical programs, the different paths that are there. The first one is a traditional path. Okay, this is always your backup plan. This is always, it should be there because yes, along with the highly selective colleges, you need to have a pre-med plan, which goes like this. For a med school application, they expect MCAT score, overall GPA, science GPA. It doesn't matter which college you go to. It doesn't even have to be name brand. Got it? But you need to have a high GPA, right? Go to a college where there is no grade deflation, right? They kind of give lower grades or something like that. Then they expect shadowing experience, clinical experience, research with publications, volunteering experiences, and letters of recommendation. Okay. And also, if you're multitasking, come back. If you want to take a snapshot of this, you can take it, but this is going to get repeated. So please pay attention, except for the MCAT score is going to be replaced by SAT, ACT for the BSMD program. Okay. So this is the pre-med program. Any questions about it, please put it in the chat. Okay, so the next one, this is one of my favorites. It's in between. Okay, you have the pre-med here, you have the BSMD. In between is the early assurance program, where the students get to experience for 2 years and then apply for the BSMD program, right? So basically, in the sophomore year, the end of the sophomore year, they apply for the BSMD program. Okay, and some of the programs like SLU or anything, you can. If you don't make it in the first cut, you can also apply 2 years later. So we always pick colleges that have that kind of flexibility. And at 17, they cannot make a decision or know where they want to be. So I really prefer this. Case Western also has a pre-professional program, which is like that, where the students apply 2 years after getting into that. Okay. The advantages are, like I mentioned, the students get 2 years to figure out and be certain whether they want to pursue a medical profession. Okay, so that I feel is a good thing, right? Instead of making them commit to an 8-year program, you give them a little bit of taste of what the program is going to be, and then they can make a choice as to whether they want to continue or not. Okay. And then this is the program that you guys are waiting for, which is a combined BSMD program, the accelerated. It's got many names: combined BSMD program, accelerated program, direct medical program, anything you call. It's basically an 8-year admittance or a 7-year admittance where you have the bachelor's followed by MD without an application process in between. Got it? But it doesn't mean that they're automatically into the BSMD program. It's a conditional acceptance. You need to remember that. There will be requirements for MCAT and GPA and everything, okay? And a lot of parents think that MCAT is the hardest. Actually, surviving the program and maintaining the GPA is the hardest in the medical program. And why is it that it is so hard to get in? Because the colleges really need to invest in this program. They need to get the best faculty. They need to get those facilities, the surgery center, the research facility and all. It costs a lot for the colleges to offer it. So that's why they want to make sure that any student that comes in can survive that, because they are investing in that kind of program. And slowly we see these programs getting shut down. Like Boston University has closed, Northwestern has stopped their program, right? Because they are moving more towards the traditional route. But I feel like this is a good route because you don't have the stress of applying to each and every med school that is there. You have a conditional acceptance in the sense you have a guarantee that is there. And also students can give their MCAT score well and decide to move to another MD program. There is no problem in that. So it is slightly flexible, but extremely hard to get into. And that is why I'm going to show you what are the components and how to build a profile. It's all in the profile building. It is possible to get a lot of scholarships and get into this program. Profile building is what is needed, and I'm going to show you in a few slides. Okay. So the acceptance rate is notoriously low. It is 1 to 5%. Okay, that's it. Like I said, it's like extremely hard, and sometimes they accept only 18 students or 20 or 30. Rainsilla Polytechnic that my student went into, they only have 18, 1-8. So that is how they like handpick students who can like survive that rigor of the program. Okay. And another option is BSDO. It's an excellent option. It's Doctor of Osteopathy. So I want to tell you where they practice. About 60% of the DO physicians, they come back into mainstream like primary care, family medicine, OBGYN, pediatrics, and everything. My primary care physician is a DO. He's an amazing doctor. You should ask what your primary care physician is, he a BSMD or a DO. This is a very good option. And my students always have 2 or 3 BSDO colleges in their list, and they do make it. Okay. The difference between BSMD and DO is MD is allopathy or modern medicine. Osteopathy is a different school, but it is very. It's osteopathic manipulatory treatment where they focus on the spine. I don't want to get into the details of it, but it is a very good program. And I know a lot of students in that, and they are like, oh, Joe, I picked DO because I want to do sports medicine. I want to treat basketball players and make millions. I mean, kids. But it is a very up and coming field. Osteopathy is very good. And I urge you to consider that along with the MD. Like have both of them, in my opinion. Okay. So any questions about the BSMD or BSDO? Please put them in the chat. Let me just see what's going on really quick. Yeah, any questions or comments? Yes, I will address everything. The question is on the dependent visa. I will tell you programs that do have dependent visa acceptances and everything. I will share everything towards the end. Any questions, please put them in the chat and I will address them. Now I'm going to go over what are the key components, right? And I'm going to show you the resume of my student, many students who've gotten in. I'm also going to show you the cost of the BSMD program and everything. Okay, so great question. Keep them coming and I will answer them. Okay. Okay, so what makes an exceptionally good candidate? Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go over the different components. It's super simple. It's 6 components, and I want you to remember that. Okay, so if you're multitasking, come back. This is a very, very important slide. The 6 factors. Okay, number 1 is academics. We know that near perfect GPA. Okay, it doesn't matter if your child is an AP or an IB curriculum, doesn't matter at all. Colleges love IB curriculum. Test score, it is not test optional. BSMD is not test optional. It's test mandatory. You have to submit the test scores. Okay. Then research. Like I said, I showed you the pre-med slide, the requirements. It's exact same requirements except for the test score. There you need MCAT, here you need SAT or ACT. Research, they want students to have a meaningful research experience during high school. Volunteering is very important in a healthcare field. Then clinical exposure is shadowing. And I'm going to show you that you need a minimum of 100 hours all 4 years. And in our programs, counseling programs, we help students find the medical shadowing opportunities because it's important. I've heard a lot of parents saying in my area, students below 16 are not allowed, but we do help them find opportunities, how to look for those opportunities and everything. And this is the last but not the least, is a student needs to have the wow factor of the extracurricular activities. Okay, it has to stand out. If you build a profile that blends in, you're not going to crack it. Okay, you need to be a cut above. Okay, you need to have an uncommon profile, something that pops. And that is what we do day in, day out. My whole team works towards building that kind of profile. You've got to stand out. You've got to always keep asking this question, answering the question of the colleges, what is in it for them? It's all about the profile building. Okay. I get asked a lot as to what extracurricular activities that students need to pick. And I want to tell you this, that any extracurricular activity that you take on, you have to show a tangible, measurable result that you can write in your application. So that is what you need to see when you look at an opportunity. Okay, this particular activity, okay, I'm shadowing a doctor. How am I going to write in that? What am I learning? You can write about what the child learned, how many hours, what was their experience. So there is an outcome there. This many hours I worked. Okay, I ran a fundraiser. I collected even $20, doesn't matter. So it always has to be an outcome. So before you enroll your child into an extracurricular activity or anything, just ask yourself or measure, what is the outcome that my child will gain? That is measurable. Okay, it cannot be fluff. Okay, it cannot be fluff. Okay, and if it is a summer course, if you think that getting a highly selective summer course is the key to success, that's not true, because summer courses are consumption. You're consuming knowledge. Okay, what is the outcome, the creativity that you're showing, right? What is that passion project, that project that has tangible, measurable results? So that you've got to show in your profile, right? So these are the 6 key factors. It's very important that you get this right. And let me know if you have any questions. Okay, put them in the chat and I'll answer them. Okay, next is I'm going to break down every component. Academics, so high GPA, class rank if it's offered. If it's not offered, don't worry. AP, IB courses, it doesn't matter if you're doing IB. Colleges love IB because it makes out of the box thinkers. Got it? Next is the courses. This is what I recommend, the golden rectangle. If you want to be a competitive BSMD candidate, you've got to have AP biology, AP chemistry, math, calculus. AB is good enough. Okay, BC is a bonus. Statistics is a bonus. So calculus, AB is a must. Okay, so please don't over-engineer and push them to do BC before doing AB. Okay, AB is good enough. Okay, and then physics 1. Okay, a lot of schools don't require physics for their graduation requirement, but still I have had students not taking physics and coming in. Physics is important for the pre-med track because it's problem solving. It is the left brain. Okay, so physics is important. Any questions about the golden rectangle? Let me know. Put them in the chat. These are the courses that you must have in your profile. And the scores that are needed are 15, 30 plus if it's SAT. ACT is 34 plus. And also, please be kind to your child. It's very rare that a child gets their dream score in the first attempt. Kids take anywhere from 3 to 4 attempts, and it's perfectly fine. Colleges do not penalize them. Okay. So yes, my own son took 4 times. He could never cross the 1470 in the SAT. He got so frustrated, but he got an ACT score of 35. Okay. So that is how it is. You try both. I prefer ACT over SAT because of the science section. The science section is actually critical thinking. Okay. They think it's like science, but it's actually math and critical thinking. And I feel like the questions are easier. It is like a sprint, whereas SAT, the questions are harder, and it is like a marathon. Okay. And please start early. Don't push. If your child is a junior now, don't push it to the August time frame, because it takes multiple attempts. Like start out, and getting the SAT appointment is extremely hard during the August, September time. So just take it in the March time. And I've heard that it's fairly easier, or whatever they say. I don't think it, I believe that. So like space it out so that you can take about 2 to 3 attempts. If you get it right in the first attempt, it's perfectly fine. But please do not put yourself down or your child down that they didn't make it, because it's really hard. Like testing is not in our hand. Some kids are exceptionally smart, but not good test takers, right? So it's perfectly fine. Multiple attempts are all right. Okay. Any questions about the scores? Put them in the chat. Now the extracurricular wow factor. These 3 things come under the umbrella: the volunteering, shadowing, and research. Okay. Volunteering has to be in a healthcare related area, like a senior citizens. It's like the easiest way to start. Okay, go near that. And also we can help you start a Horizon Network club. That's part of our counseling, where we teach you how to start a club that you can go with your classmates to go and volunteer in a senior citizen home near your house. Okay. Yes, you have to be hustling. You have to be getting out of the classroom, out of your curriculum, to go do the volunteering, because they need to see that. And shadowing, medical shadowing is extremely important. 100 hours is the minimum, all 4 years. Please do not ask me whether you should go to India and do shadowing. Where are you studying? In the United States. So the shadowing needs to be done in the US. Do not think that you're going on vacation for 3 weeks, so your child will get shadowing. It does not add any value. Okay. And it has to be authenticated. Always have a certificate. For volunteering, track your hours. If it is shadowing, you need a letter from the doctor in the letterhead. Track the hours. Give the copy to your counselor. Okay. Please make sure you maintain all the records. You do not pad hours or anything. Okay. Then research. Research is super important. So these 3 components are what constitute an extracurricular activity. And we put research as a number 1 extracurricular activity. Okay. So you have 10 spaces. In the tiers of extracurricular activities, research is tier 1. Shadowing is tier 2. Volunteering is tier 3. The clubs like HOSA and all that, they come below. They're the 4th and 5th and 6th. Okay. You need those fillers as well. But the number 1 extracurricular activity is research. Okay. So volunteering, like I said, hospice care, hospitals, all these are possible. And also I tell students, there's no point just sitting at home and saying that there's no experience that you're getting. Take your car as parents, drive to all the hospitals. We will teach you how to write an email, how to call them, how to speak to them. And there's not been one student under our guidance who has not got a good opportunity, because we guide them and we make them find out all those opportunities. Then shadowing, ask your own pediatrician. Okay, or a physician. If that's not possible, dentist is perfectly fine. Don't think that, oh, I'm applying for the BSMD program, I'm not going to be a dentist. Dentists are medical professionals. They're treating, they're ambidextrous, they have sterilized instruments. That is all part of the medical shadowing. A chiropractor, psychologist, psychiatrist, anybody with a doctor in that is super important. Okay, because they want to see a child having witnessed a provider giving care to the sick. Okay, yes, That is super important, and you cannot replace it. You cannot say, oh, my child has exceptional research and grades, but no shadowing. No, you're not a competitive candidate. These 6 components have to be there. Okay, we teach kids how to find the shadowing opportunities and all that. And my students who gotten into the BSMD program, they shadow dentists. I'm going to show their resume, and you will find out. Okay, then what is research? Research is basically they want students to come up with a hypothesis or an investigation or hypothesis that they wrote on their own. Okay, and after the pandemic, getting into a lab is next to impossible. I have so many contacts, and I keep asking them, and because of the COVID rules and everything, they can't get kids in, and they expect students to be like about 18. By then, it's already over, right? So we do offer a research program where students work with professors who are experts in the field, and they do research in an area, can be secondary research, and they write a research paper that we help them submit in journals that accept high school research. And I'm going to share that. So that is how we build it. Research, there was a gap during the pandemic, and we started the program. And from the past 4 years, we've had over 350 students. 150 students have published their research papers. Okay. So a well-researched paper has been peer-reviewed. So when they submit it to journal, there's some expert in that field who reviews it and confirms that, yes, this research is in fact valuable. Okay, it needs to be published. Okay, and then you can put that link in your resume, preferably in a medical field. So that's what we offer. We have neuroscience, we have nanoscience, we have cancer, we have infectious diseases, and our students do exceptionally well in them, and you can see all their presentations on YouTube. Okay. And any questions about, let me just quickly go over this. Any questions so far? Let me know. I will address them towards the end. I just want to, take a moment. Any questions, put them in the chat. Just grab some water. Okay, so let me just continue with my presentation. I'm going to share a resume, and then I'll take all your questions. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let's just go over. Okay, so I'm just going to share the resume of a BSMD and a BSDO candidate. Okay, it's just coming up. Okay, so this student did 3 research with us. When she had like, what happens is once your research paper gets published, you get a DOI link. Okay, so this is DOI link that shows you can insert this into your resume, where you show that, hey, my research paper was successfully published, where your abstract will be there. And the research paper can be seen here, and colleges look at it very favorably when research papers get published. Okay, it's like a validation that this child, in fact, spent significant amount of time to write a 4,000-word research paper that actually got published. So we help students draw the picture from scratch as well. You can see that they did these pictures through the bio render and everything. Okay, and so. Try to share that, it just goes away. So this is the resume of the student. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know why it's so slow. Okay, I'm just going to go quickly and get to that. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so here we go. She had internship. We offer internships as well, where we welcome students back. I mean, now we have the spring, so they'll come back in summer and they'll mentor 2 to 3 students. So that's a proper internships that they can put in their resume because it's by gifted gapper. Then she had lab experience as well. She did have research in pigmentation and everything. And as you see here, she has shadowing with a dentist. Okay, and then she had volunteering with the hospital. She had leadership experience as well. So it's a combination of, and then she had CPR certifications as well. These are also good opportunities to use. Okay, and next is, I'm sorry, I just went by fast, I think. Okay, so why can't I see this? Hold on a second. Okay, it's not coming up. I'm just going to go over the BSMD cost and come back to the resume later. Okay, so this is what I want to show you, how students get scholarships. Now, this student got on-the-spot admissions to NYIT BSDO program in Long Island, and she got 29K scholarship per year. Okay, so these are some opportunities, and this is the acceptance of a BSMD candidate. She got 4 acceptances: Drexel, Hofstra, St. Louis, and U Toledo, but she handpicked 3. The cost of BSMD is anywhere from $70,000 to $85,000, and we want to bring, my budget for my parents who work with me is 35 to 55K. Okay, so this is what you should be paying per year. Okay, so if you see here, this is the tuition, but the room and board, they total about $20,000. Okay, so that is the cost, and with us under our guidance, you'll get 35 to 55 is a scholarship. I mean, the out of pocket that you will spend. Okay, if you see here, these are the scholarships. Drexel is pretty stingy in giving scholarships, whereas Hofstra really loved the student and gave them over 40,000 per year. And this is St. Louis. Okay, and this is the acceptance letter from Hofstra. She ended up going to Hofstra. And I'm going to go over the BSMD application process. It's a 3-step process. Sometimes it's even 4. Okay, so basically you have to submit the undergrad application through the Common App. Then once you have to get accepted into that college to be invited to submit your medical college application. Okay, and once you get selected, then there is a multiple medical interview. Okay, MMI interview that we prepare. Okay, so it is a bit complicated, it's a bit hard, and we prepare students. We spend significant amount of time to prepare for the multiple medical interview. Okay, in between, some colleges like Hofstra and Drexel will ask for a Casper test. So my student scored over 95% in the Casper test, which is like a psychological test. They will ask you like different scenarios and situations that a student has to pass. So there's also Casper test that we prepare students for. Okay, so have you gained clarity for the BSMD BSTO program? I hope you did, and the pre-med. I hope it was worth your while. So the question is, how do you beat the competition? I gave you the formula, right? I gave you what they're looking for, right? It's to create a plan to differentiate yourself from others. That's it. Okay, so this is where we have our unique solutions or our edge. We offer research program. So we offer cancer, neuroscience, infectious diseases, nanoscience, AI, business. So, but it's extremely difficult to run the program because you need university professors, and they would rather work with PhDs than high school students, right? So we did hire a consulting company, and we got in touch with over 100 professors and found the best ones who are willing to work with us. So based on their schedule, we launched the programs. At the moment, we only have neuroscience, and I believe we have like 2 seats available, which is going to close down. Cancer is going to start soon because the professor is available now. Then we have AI. And also, please don't think that just because they're going to medicine, they don't need to know coding or Python. They need to know R or Python because for the research paper, they need researchers. They need to number crunch. And my student who got into SLU was a head of coding club, and he had done computer AP computer science A and principles. Okay, that shows problem solving, right? That's all part of that STEM building activity. Okay, and I want to share this neuroscience program, how it's designed. So basically, our students work with the expert, who's a neurodegenerative expert from University of Southern California. And we have a creative writer, and they simultaneously write and they learn. Because if we tell them finish learning and then start writing a 4,000 word research paper, it's extremely difficult. So they start writing, they create an outline, they start writing the introduction, and as they learn deeply, they write the first, the second draft, they APA citation, drawing the diagrams, everything we guide them. So the end goal is a 4,000 word research paper that we help them submit for publishing. Okay, so that is the outcome that you get. Like I mentioned, any extracurricular activity that you pick, there should be a tangible, measurable outcome, and that is what you're getting. Okay, and this is our professor. He's from University of Southern California. And it's neuroscience is a very vast field. So he focuses on neurodegenerative diseases or biomarkers or brain neurons. I was in December, I was in this final presentation, which is going to be, you can see it on my YouTube. She did research on the effect of color, like the psychological effect. It was so amazing. I mean, I learned from this 16-year-old girl, she said what colors like calm you, what colors like really trigger, and everything. She did such in-depth research into that. Like, you will be just blown away what these kids are capable of. They just need a launch pad and that appropriate amount of guidance, and they will just reach the sky, right? So I have students who do that different kind of research, and what we do is the thesis defense we record, and we create a video and put it on our YouTube channel, which they can insert into their resume so that the admission officer can see their final presentation, which is like 4 minutes. Okay, so we prepare them for that. And also what they do is they have to take the thesis defense and go present it to the counselor and teachers so that it helps them with their recommendations as well. So we prepare them like 360 degrees for their personality. And then this is our creative writing experts. We have many experts who are creative writers, who are English professors from the university. Got it? And they will guide them into writing this research paper. It's not possible for a high school student to write a 4,000 word research paper. And of course, they're so reliant on ChatGPT, right? So, and it's like you cannot, the journals will reject that. So we make sure the paper is like really scrutinized and is ready for submission. Okay, so we make sure that the diagrams are handwritten, data, they have to collect data, draw like tables and graphs, and everything is part of the research. We have a very, very structured, impactful curriculum. Okay, and of course we help them to get published. And this is what you have to remember, that publishing is not overnight. And if you like sort of say, oh, my paper got published in 1 month, you will raise red flags in your college application, because colleges know it takes anywhere from 3 to 6 months to get a paper published, because it's back and forth reviewing, editing, enhancing, and everything. And please, I want to remind you, Prince Charles waited 50 years to become a king. I'm saying you have to wait for 50 years, but that is the amount of time it takes. Okay, and it's out of our hands. We cannot influence our research papers being published or anything. It has to be a neutral agency that does that. Right? So that is the turnaround time that it takes. 3 months to finish our research and another 6 months to get the paper published. Right? So it's a back and forth. They will ask you questions. If they may even reject it, at which point you can go and they will tell you why it's rejected, and you can rewrite your paper and do everything. And we help you with that process. Okay. And yeah, so how do you register? I'm just going to share our website. Everything is available on giftedgabber.com. I'm just going to share my... Okay, so all our courses are available on our site. What? Okay, I'm in India. It's not opening up, but I need to fix something. But you will get all of this in our website. You will see everything on our website. Please check that. I need to fix a few things to see why I'm not able to access my website. And you will be able to find all the information right there. Uh, yeah. Where was I? Okay. And yeah, we also have counseling. You will find that in our website. You have the course outline. We have a 10-week BSMD counseling session that is starting. Let me just see if I can open my website on my. Let me just see if it's opening. Hold on a minute. Yeah, it's opening here. Okay, so this is our website. You will be able to see all the courses here. It's kind of slow here. I'm sorry. Please bear with me. Okay, so in the courses section, you will see the programs that are open. At the moment, only neuroscience is open, and all the details are there on the website. If you want any specific questions answered, if you want me to call you back, please put your phone number and I will give you a call back if you have any questions about our program. Okay, so all our research programs are here. We also have our BSMD counseling. This is for uh, non-juniors. For juniors, we have what we are doing right now is we are preparing them for their application, which is due in the fall of 2025. So this counseling program is for students who are 9th and 10th. Right, I should remove this 11th. So you will see all our programs here. If you see neuroscience right here, you will be able to see the dates. It starts on Sundays. We always have our class on Sundays with a professor. And then with the creative writers, it's another day. You will see all the session details, the dates and everything. So don't worry if you miss a few sessions, don't worry. We have them all recorded. Okay, so this is our professors and our whole team that works with that. And you see we have two options. One is the basic and another is a premium option. We also have monthly payments. We have you get about 25 sessions, because with the creative writers you get group sessions, then you have one-on-one sessions as well with the research professor, with the creative writers. Then we have two thesis defense prep classes. Then for submission, we help students with the submission and recommendation from our research papers. Everything is available on the website. Any questions you have, you can please call us or let me know. I can give you a call back. But all the enrollment happens online because it's an automated system. So you can pick which one you want. You want the basic package or you want this package, you can do there. We also have a special coupon. I'm going to give you the code spring 2025. I hope that works, or I don't know if it's expired. It's a $200 off. You will get that coupon as well. Oh, I picked all of them. So yeah, for example, just pick one. Okay, so it will tell you that particular amount and you can put it in here and finish the checkout. Everything is online. And also we have the BSMD program, which is right here. You can go in here and see all the details are here. It's a wonderful program. You can check out the final presentations of the students and you will see how this program is designed. So you will see here session by session what we cover. We also help them create that wow factor, starting a club, advocacy, passion project. Everything is included in the 10-week program and they create a plan. We help them getting all the volunteering, the shadowing, how to build the honors and awards. Everything is part of the program. Okay. And for juniors, if you're interested, let me know. It's a special call with me and Soumya, who's our marketing head, and we will go over what is covered in the counseling program, because we need to plug any gaps that are there that the students may have, and do the prep. And then we start writing essays, college list, and everything in June, July. Okay. And this is our program success. Our students Rensselaer Polytechnic has 700 applicants, 15 to 18 students get in, and our student got in. So basically, students get accepted into, they get about like, it's not off, it's offers. Okay, so students get about 1 to 4 BSMD offers with scholarships. Some of them get 1 to 2 acceptances, BSMD, BSDO, all kinds of programs. And also, if you see here, we help students writing their essays so well that we have admission officers praising the essay. It says, I enjoyed learning about Garba through your essay, and I'm happy that it makes you feel connected with your culture. So we work extensively on the essays. And I want to share acceptance letter of Duke, where it says, I enjoyed reviewing your application, and the admissions committee was impressed by your innovative projects and research progress. So we know how research is super important for pre-med or BSMD or any STEM field, right? And of course, these are the acceptances: Johns Hopkins full tuition and everything. And we've started a new program, which is media coverage for students. And the student went on the news, Fox 29 News. We prepped all of that, and we have a whole program where we are prepping our students for media coverage. And that is something that adds to the wow factor, right? Colleges are looking for students who can shatter the mold and contribute. So all these are part of our program. And as you can see here, this is Nived Lakshman. He went on Fox 29 News to share his vision, advocating teen suicide prevention and everything. So we prep with that as well. And of course, we have Spring 2025, which gives you $200 off. But neuroscience will be closing shortly. So please make sure that you enroll. Yeah, so this is Spring 2025 is our thing. I'm almost done. What else do I have? Yeah, scholarship course. I'm going to give you this. You can easily go and download this online course, which you'll have all the information about how to build a scholarship and everything. Okay, so I'm done. Let's start with the questions. Anybody who wants to ask any questions, I can unmute you. You can unmute yourself and ask. But let me go and look at some questions that I have and answer them. Okay, you can put them in the chat and I'll help you. Okay, so student is trying to skip Physics 1 and enroll Physics C, Mechanics in the junior year, Physics C, E, and M in senior year. She will be done with the Physics C prerequisite junior to take. Is it good to take AP Physics 1? Any physics is okay, but please, Physics C is very hard. Okay, so I'm like, why do you, Physics 1 is easy, right? If you're taking Physics C and everything, it's like adding to the profile. Okay, like my son did 20 APs in high school. And how did he do that? He just didn't take the hard APs. He took the easy ones with the hard ones, right? So have a good blend. Don't overlook the simple ones, which you can easily take, right? So it's always good to have the easier APs with the hard ones. Get it? So yeah, and AP Psychology is also a good AP to take if you are going to the BSMD program, because it's more medicinal, it's more the brain and everything. Okay, great. Loves it and will continue. Excellent. Fantastic. Yeah. So yes, Meghna Govind is doing very well. She's enrolled in AI research as well and is working on nanoparticle. Excellent. We want to see students do that, and we also offer internships. So what happens is students come back and they mentor the new students. So they're still learning research. Their research, and then guiding another student means they have to up their game, right? They're responsible for that. That is leadership, and they can write about it in their college application. And we want students to be in the ecosystem. And we are also building program for an advanced version. We just don't have time, because students who have finished research with us, they want to come and do an advanced research. We also have plans of providing a wet lab, right? So I'm talking to some colleges. So during summer, if they can open up, because I don't have a lab facility, and it's not easy because of all the liability issues and everything. So I'm trying to look for colleges in all the coast, both the coast and the middle, to see if we can offer a wet lab. So for example, for neuroscience, Professor Varkey said He will give them a list of things that they can go and test out in the wet lab that they can go and do. So there's a lot of things that we are currently working on that's going to come. Okay, so great question. What program do you have for 12th graders? They can join the research program. The same thing they can join. It's starting on 12th. Which is like next Sunday, they can join. Yeah, because what my students do is they finish the research, and before joining pre-med school they need internships, so they come back and work as interns. You can check out my YouTube channel. You will see Ria Mehta. She's the one who got into Hofstra and 4 BSMD programs. She's showing how to draw pictures on biorender and everything. So they come back into our ecosystem to do internships and everything. So yes, that's an important thing to do that, because they're still working with the professor for that. Right? So great questions. Let me just see if there are any other questions here. Okay. So the question is, my son is in, see, the thing is, Sonia, your child can start doing research. But the thing is, our counseling is in such a way that they have to go and apply it. And your clock starts ticking in the 9th grade. Okay. If you see in the college application, you cannot put anything for 8th grade. So the counseling, what we teach them, go to volunteering. So your child will go and do volunteering, but they cannot put those hours in the 8th grade, right? So whatever we teach them, you cannot implement it in 8th grade. So come back to me for counseling in the 9th grade, but start research now. Get it? So if they get into the research program, what we will do is they will have the paper ready and everything and not submit it now. When the school starts, like August or something, that is when we submit for publication, and it counts as a 9th grade activity. Get it? So that is why our counseling is from 9th grade, because we are teaching you. We're teaching you, hey, you found this volunteering opportunity, now go and start doing that, right? But if it's 8th grade, you cannot put those hours in your application, right? So that is why our counseling is for high school mostly. Okay. Any other questions? Please put them in the chat. You can also unmute yourself and ask any questions that you may have, and I can let you know. And also you can privately message me your phone number. You want me to call you back, I can call you as well. Any questions, let me know, because our neuroscience is getting full. We're going to close neuroscience, and our cancer program will be launched immediately. So our neuroscience is like the most sought after program. Do that. And also they do get their internship for our next batch, which is typically summer. So they will also review our new students' research papers and everything, and provide them feedback and everything. So that's a very, very good opportunity that we, it's like an employment with Gifted Gabber. Of course, unpaid, but internship is like an employment, and research internship is like really, really good activity. And we give it to students who have finished research under us. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah, I see another question. When I take BSMD, do I still need to take MCAT for med school, or is BSMD bachelor's and master's degree, will it shorten my time in residency? Let me tell you that it's a conditional acceptance. Like for Hofstra, Ria got into Hofstra. She has, but the MCAT score for a BSMD program will be lesser than the regular stream. Like Hofstra would expect 518 to 524, but she has to get 508. So MCAT requirement is still there, but then you don't need another application, because the application is what is very time consuming, writing the essays and everything, right? And also, yes, you can shorten not your residency. No, you can shorten your undergrad. You can finish it in 3 years if you have enough AP. Why should it shorten your residency? No, it won't shorten, but it will definitely, it's a way better option than the regular. Regular is also good, but in the regular pre-med track, there's an uncertainty. Oh, will I make it, right? But here you have a conditional acceptance. Drexel will give you 3 tries for MCAT. So it depends on which BSMD program that you're going to. If you want to go to a program that does not have MCAT, you pretty much cannot even get into that. They're extremely, extremely hard to get into. And also, this is a question, and it's a rhetorical question. God forbid, I don't want you to be in this situation where you're on a gurney Okay, your brain needs to be cut open. Which doctor would you want to operate you on? The doctor who aced MCAT or the doctor who didn't take MCAT, right? As for me, I will ask them for their MCAT score and their USMLE score, right? Because it's important. It is an important test, right? Why is it that just because our children are going to be doctors, it needs to be diluted or they shouldn't take it, right? It's still there. Yeah. Great question, Maggie. Let's see, I have another question. How can a seventh grade prepare for your program? What are the subjects as a seventh grader should focus on? Excellent. So let me tell you, it's not about subjects at all. It's about building logical reasoning, problem solving, and critical thinking. Okay, it's building their IQ, right? So what you have to do is not focus on math and science, but build their concentration, focus. And this is how I raise my children, and I tell everybody to do that, is to build their IQ. My older son was in the gifted program, and I worked with the gifted teacher to figure out how to build that. So for 20 minutes, you're going to make your child sit on the dining table. You have to sit device free. No WhatsApp, no Facebook for you, no being on the phone. You need to sit with your children for 20 minutes. And I would say go to Five Below. Five Below used to be a bookstore. You will get all kinds of puzzles books, okay, problem solving, word search, word building, all that. Pick up like 5 or 6 books, even from the dollar store, you'll get it, or from Amazon. I'll also share an excellent IQ book, okay? You have to make your child sit down. The first day, they're going to complain saying their stomach hurts. Second day, I have to go pee. Okay, I'm hungry. But the third day, fourth day, they'll come and sit. You need to have that kind of discipline, okay? And pick those 5 books and tell them for 20 minutes, you've got to sit and do it, but you've got to do it. So you need to build that problem solving, study skills, concentration, and focus, because this is a very distracted generation. We just give them an iPad and ask them to shut up and not bother us. We hardly spend time with them, right? And Amazon has killed everything. When my oldest son was young, I would go to the teacher supply stores. They are destroyed. There's not even a single store anymore, and pick up workbooks and make him sit and do that. He would do that. But then I tried to use the same thing after 5 years for my younger son. No, he didn't sit down, but his mode of learning was entirely different. Okay, he was learning from YouTube, he was learning, but making them sit and concentrate and focus is more important. Being in the gifted program is also very important, right? Because building their IQ, children who have an IQ of 130 and above, they need 1 to 3 repetitions to master a topic, whereas a normal child needs 5 to 8 repetitions. So you need to build that. It is possible to build, right? I have so many resources. I gave away all my son's books, but you have board games like hoppers, and also wonderful chess, board games, right? Anything that is like device free. Please don't think that you're going to make them play chess on an iPad. No, it has to be through the pencil and the paper, right? So there's so many worksheets that is there. And also Johns Hopkins used to have the CTY program, which my son qualified for. So for the SCAT test, I made him learn all those logical reasoning problems and like math, English, all of that, okay? And I was in New Jersey and I was near Princeton. So I would take them to the Russian Sunday school to learn chess and math. Even the Chinese have that. So like that augmented. It's not just math and science. It's building the muscle called the brain. And that takes time, right? And I will share a very good IQ book. The IQ book is not about solving. You're not going to be able to solve those problems, but just sitting down and trying to like kind of figure it out is good enough, right? Because you need to lay that foundation, because by the time they come to high school, it gets very, very hard. The American system is such that they eat cookies during the elementary, the middle school is, then the high school is like a hockey stick. It gets very, very hard and they cannot sustain, right? So in order to take the AP courses and everything, they need to have that kind of skill, right? To go to that advanced level. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to to pick those hard courses, right? So build skills, which is like the thinking, critical thinking skills. The left brain takes time to grow, right? The left brain is a logical reasoning, and the right brain is the creativity. And BSMD candidates, they love fine arts, music, dance. Please enroll in them, and don't think that you should not pick history or language. No, you need to have history as well. So all these are part of the counseling for us, because we build that history. You need to have APUSH, which is AP US history, world history. History is very important. Don't think that they're going to be a doctor. They don't. This is America. You need to know about the US history, world history, and languages. 3 foreign languages are absolutely needed. English is needed. Physics is needed, right? So all these are how you build that thing. You can come on Tuesday. My son is going to talk about how he gathered 20 APs. I was not his counselor. I was not even in this education business. He was in the gifted program. So what happens in high school is, if you're in a gifted program, they allow you to accelerate, right? And what they do is, instead of augmenting them for their giftedness, they make them take the AP classes. You can double up on that, right? So that is how you build that, right? This is what I learned. I mean, over years, I've spoken to teachers, schools, and built this whole collection of what is needed, right? So build their thinking skills, get them away from the device and hand paper, right? Like there is like story cubes. You can like tell them, hey, can you tell a story on this? Vocabulary flashcards. There are so many flashcards that you can do. Play with them, spend time with them, away from the device, right? You have to be disciplined. Every day, 20 minutes, that's it. You're not going to work. You're not going to cook. You're not going to check WhatsApp, nothing, right? And that's another thing. And in our counseling, we teach students that you need a distraction-free 1 hour or 2 hours of studying. No Discord, no nothing, traditional studying. We also teach them how to study for tests, how to take notes. All that is needed. Nobody taught our children how to study, right? Because we just throw at them. We automatically assume them to be like project managers. You have to get the best grade, best extracurricular activities, best. But we don't give them that kind of strategy, right? And children are brilliant. Gen Z is 3 times smarter than us, but they lack the kind of discipline. So that's what is needed. Yeah, I gave you a very long-winded answer, but email me. I will give you the IQ book. It's like, it has many, it's like spatial problems and all that. I've had parents come back and tell me, hey, I cannot solve any problem. The thing is, it's not to solve the problem. It's to build that concentration and focus, right? The metacognition, which is like questioning yourself. Did I get it right? I often hear parents saying they make silly mistakes. It's because of metacognition. They're not questioning themselves, right? Did I get it right? Did I get all the steps right? So we need to teach them. They're simple, but we should not assume that they're born with those skills. We need to give them. So that's what I feel like in my counseling program. It's wholesome, it's holistic. We provide them the scaffolding, we provide them the tools to succeed. It's not just building a profile. You need to be good in academics. You need to have your executive functioning skills and everything. And children are sponges. Like, we've seen that whatever we teach them, they can really go and implement and do double the results, right? So that's what it is. Yeah. Any questions, any specific questions about our programs, please let us know. We create like really, I get to speak with admission officers. Being a college counselor, I have to visit colleges to maintain my status, visit colleges, conferences, and everything where we get to speak to admission officers. And we can ask them, what are you looking for in a candidate? That's not unethical or illegal. You cannot ask them to admit your candidate. So they openly tell us like what they're looking for, and we backwardsly build that in our students' profile. Okay. So any questions that you may have, put them in the chat. You want me to give you a call back, you can put your phone number. I can have you call back. If you don't have any other questions, Neuro is starting on 12th, which is a Sunday. And we know in the West Coast, kids have to go to church or whatever. Our professor also has to go. So it starts at 3:30. So Sunday is a good time for kids to work on research. And we torture our research professors. Our research professors are amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm so glad and fortunate to have a great team. It's my dream. like to make children succeed, right? And it's for us to provide that kind of profile, I mean, that opportunity, right? Every child is unique. There is my environment is very welcoming. Okay, it's not like, oh, you don't have good grades or you don't have this, you're not. No, everybody is welcome. I had a student who had 2.8 GPA. Every day he's near my home, so he would come to my house and, Joe, will I make it? I'm like, shut up and work on your essay. That kid got into University of Boulder with 56K scholarship. Look at what he has done, right? So it's such a boost to his self-esteem, right? He worked hard. He didn't have the grades, and it was difficult for him because of his learning differences, right? But still, he persevered, and I believe that every child can do it with just that guidance. They just need that correct guidance to take them to that finish line. And that is what we provide. And my programs are not inexpensive. I get the experts, I have to pay them. I have a whole team of people who are working on this, right? But I will provide you that value. You will have the best experience and outcome. That is it. We will work round the clock to get you those results. Okay. Any questions that you have? No? Okay, guys, I'll let you go. Have a very good New Year. I'm in India working with students in India. Then I am going to Dubai to work with them. And then I will be back, but I'm continuously working. I have my team. We are all on different time zones. And I look forward to working with your kids. Okay. Any questions, just give us a holler. We have our 800 number. You want to call us back. Anything is possible. Okay. Bye now.